Welcome to the Season 3, Week 3 matchup. I hope you had time to watch the first video kind of explaining the situation. We have today number 2 Oregon facing off against Georgia State. Now, we've had a lot of new players, obviously, in this time. Guys like Ronnie Bell are still on the team at quarterback. However, he did lose his starting position to Jonathan McCrary, who was a transfer from Vanderbilt, and this was his first year of eligibility. And while it was a close decision, in the end I decided to go with Jonathan McCrary because he seemed to have a little bit more accuracy, a little bit more throwing power, and he was also slightly faster. And with that, we're off on the opening kickoff. Let's kick it to Carrington, who takes a knee. Now, we've got Marcus Mariota, who's coming in as a senior, and as you can see, after 2 games, he's already passed for 300 yards. That may actually only be 1 game, I don't remember. First pass of the game is incomplete. Wide left, looks like it just barely missed the receiver. 2nd down and 10. Mariota drops in the pocket, scrambles to the right. Oh, breaks a tackle, and he makes it. Oh, and he fumbles the ball at about the 48-yard line or so. Great turnover right there by Georgia State to begin the game early on. Way to play right there. Hard hit by the safety Hill. First down for Georgia State. Counter play. Mike Brewer gets a gain of about 6 yards. Last season, Mike Brewer came in and he had a great season as a true freshman. 2nd down, carry for only 9 yards. 3rd down, pass to Avery Sweeting for a 7-yard reception. Yeah, Brewer had an outstanding year, breaking every rushing record we had. McCrary drops in the pocket, passes to Technip, who drops it. 2nd down and 10. McCrary handoff to Brewer. Brewer off the left side and is tackled after a gain of about 4 yards. 3rd down, McCrary drops short in pocket and a pass that I don't know who that was to. Lutz for the field goal here and is good. Georgia State goes up 3-0. For this game, Georgia State's going to need all the momentum they can get, facing off against the number 2 team in the nation. 1st down and 10. Mariota hands off to Marshall. Marshall breaks a tackle. Well, doesn't really break a tackle, but moves the pile. Marshall moves again. Goes down to the 5-yard gain right there, so 2nd and 5. Mariota screen pass out to Dungy. Dungy, with a few moves out there, gets a gain of 2 yards. 3rd and 3. Marshall on a gain of 11 yards. Mariota hands off to Marshall again. 1st and 10, now 2nd and 4. Oregon's moving the ball here. Marshall again on the handoff. However, this time he's only stopped after a gain of 1 yard. Mariota gets the ball, drops back, throws it across to the receiver just got hammered. And Oregon kicks the field goal to tie it up. 3 up. Demario Bush back to receive the kickoff, and he just takes a knee in the end zone. McCrary, 1st and 10, hands off to Mike Brewer. Brewer goes for a gain of about 11 yards right there. Another nice run right there. 4 rushes, 24 yards. McCrary then hands off to Brewer again. Bounces around his guy, but doesn't go anywhere for a gain of 0 yards. That brings up 2nd down here, 2nd and 10. McCrary drops back to pass, almost picked off by the defense. McCrary's not having a great start here, going only 1 for 4 on the day. McCrary drops the pass on 3rd down, goes deep, and is picked off this time by Robinson for Oregon. That was a mistake. McCrary probably shouldn't have thrown that pass. He probably thought Technip or would have had that, but a no-go right there. 1st down for Oregon. Option play, and Mariota just gets hammered on that play. That was the young John Hart, defensive end. Mariota on the handoff to Marshall. Marshall around the edge, makes a few people miss, into the open space, And it doesn't look like he's going to be caught to the 20. The 10. Touchdown. Oregon goes up by a touchdown here. Byron Marshall, halfback number 9. And the extra point is good. This is not what Georgia State needed here. They're down 10-3, and it's the end of the first quarter. Been a good game so far, though, with a forced fumble for one turnover and then an interception that Georgia State threw as the other. Oregon kicking off to start off the second quarter. Demario Bush back to receive it, brings it out of the end zone, cuts through his blockers right there, makes it out to about the 31-yard line or so. McCrary gets the ball, 1st and 10, drops back to pass, delivers while being hit. And wow, the tight end just got hammered on that play. 2nd down, option read. McCrary takes off. Nice little gain of about 5 yards. That brings up 3rd down here. 3rd and 5. McCrary drops back into the pocket. Quick pass over to Banks, but Banks gets waylaid. And that'll lead to a 4th down punt here by Georgia State. Carrington on the receiving end of the punt stumbles and gets tackled after an 8-yard gain. 1st down for Oregon. Mariota hands off to Marshall. Marshall gains about 6 yards on that play. 2nd down and 4. Mariota hands. Oh, no, he doesn't. He keeps it. Doesn't break a tackle. Comes close, though, but after a nice gain of 17 yards, that was a nice little play right there. 1st and 10. Kelly in motion. Mariota hands off. No, he doesn't. He fakes it again. Kelly, the wide receiver who was in motion, comes around for the pitch, and they score a 38-yard touchdown run. Oregon goes up by 2 touchdowns here. This is really not looking good, as Oregon is proving their dominance and why they are ranked number 2 in the nation. The extra point is good, making it a 17-3 game here in the second quarter. Oregon kicks off to Demario Bush, who's back to receive. He takes it out of the end zone here again. Out to the left, and look at him go, breaking a tackle, showing a few moves. This guy is a true freshman. Or not a true freshman, but he is a freshman. 1st and 10. McCrary hands off to Brewer. Brewer around the right side for a gain of 5 yards. Brewer, while not doing anything spectacular, is having a fairly solid game so far. 2nd and 5. Brewer off the right side for a gain of 4. That'll bring it to 3rd and 1. This time Brewer off the left side gets a few blocks, makes the 1st down, and gets tackled after a gain of 9 yards to put them just on the other side of the 50 here. McCrary drops back to pass on a 1st down, and he overthrows it to the tight end. Tight end was open, but unfortunately he just couldn't get it there. McCrary drops back on 2nd down, pass to Sweeting, who comes back on a hitch. Nice little reception for a 19-yard gain. 1st and 10, McCrary drops back again, passes over to Sweeting, who makes another catch, 11-yard reception this time. McCrary hands off to Brewer. Brewer breaks a tackle, gains about 5 yards. Nice little scamper on the play right there. McCrary drops back in the pocket, throws it to Technip. Technip scores a touchdown. McCrary is proving in this second quarter that he is a better passer than he gave us in the first quarter. Bill Technip, I think he's a junior coming in here to this game, makes a nice little reception on the play. And with that, Georgia State pulls into a touchdown difference away from Oregon. Extra point makes the score 17-10. 46 seconds left and before halftime. Lutz on the kick. Goes back to Carrington. Carrington's just going to take a knee. As you can see, Oregon's been doing a great job here getting the ball. Marshall is having a great game, especially after that long run. Mariota back in the pocket. Throws to the right side. Addison on the catch and steps out of bounds to stop the clock. 8-yard reception on the play. 2nd and 2. Mariota drops back, delivers to Kelly, who makes a nice little play coming across the field. A gain of 14 yards, 38 seconds. 1st and 10. Mariota drops back, delivers to Kelly again. B.J. Kelly trying to show his mettle here. 9-yard reception on the play. 2nd and 1. Mariota drops back, rolls to the left, keeps running to the left. Nobody chases him until then. Okay, he gets down after a 14-yard gain, but he was kept in bounds, which forces Oregon to use another timeout. Mariota passes to Stanford. Stanford on another first down reception here, 12-yard reception. Oregon is moving the ball here. 1st and 10. Mariota drops back in the pocket, gets the ball out. Oh, nice. Another first down catch that gets the ball to about the 6-yard line or so. 1st and goal. Mariota gets the ball, drops back, 8, 7, scrambles to the right, touchdown. Touchdown by Oregon here to go up and by 2 scores again. Oregon's not willing to let go of that lead, and they're proving it right here by scoring right before the half. And the extra point makes it a 24-10 score. Now keep in mind, Oregon did receive the ball at the beginning of the game, so Georgia State will be getting the ball back at the half. Oregon kicks off to Bush. Bush back to receive, takes it out of the end zone. Oh, he squeezes through a tiny hole, makes someone miss a tackle. He's down the sideline to the 50, the 40. Oh, gets tackled at just before the opponent's 40-yard line. And unfortunately, there's no time left on the clock, so that will take us to the half. Oregon up 24-10. As you can see from the halftime stats, Oregon has been dominating in yards, even though Georgia State's had the ball longer in TOP. Let's see what happens here in the second half. Oregon kicks off deep to Bush. Bush takes it, and he's going to return it after that deep kickoff. Gets a nice block. Makes another person miss, and he is off. Oh, makes another one miss. Gets to about the 40-yard line or so of the Oregon territory after a 67-yard return. Mike Brewer gets the ball, and he goes for 7 yards here. 2nd and 3. Fullback in motion. McCrary hands off to Brewer, who gets nailed in the backfield for a loss of -5 yards. That's not good. That is not what Georgia State needed here. McCrary drops back to pass on 3rd down, and he gets hammered. Oh, my goodness. 4th down. Georgia State trying the long field goal. And unfortunately, that looks like it fell just short. Oh, Georgia State really could have used that score to at least cut down the deficit some. But a missed field goal here means that Oregon gets the ball back in fairly good field position. 1st down, Mariota fakes the handoff, drops back, throws to Stanford on the left side, who makes a nice catch in an 18-yard gain. 1st and 10 here. Mariota, quick pass out to Dungy on a screen. Dungy makes a nice little run, and for 11 yards, that's not bad right there. 1st and 10 again. Oregon moving the ball well into Georgia State territory. Kelly in motion. Fakes the handoff, and Mariota keeps it. Oh, and he pitches it, but there's no one there. Georgia State recovers the fumble. Nice fumble recovery by Spencer, I believe that is. Bad mistake by Oregon, and a costly one at that. Oregon had the chance to put the game away here. McCrary gets the ball on the pitch, hands it off to Mike Brewer, who doesn't gain but a yard right there. 2nd and 11, McCrary fakes the handoff on the option read, but he doesn't go anywhere as he takes a loss of 3 yards. 3rd and 14, Georgia State. McCrary drops back to pass. Oh, and he just misses the tight end. That could have been a huge first down right there, but instead it's 4th and 14, Georgia State punting. Carrington back to receive. Dowling on the tackle only lets him gain about 3 yards. Good coverage on that special teams play. 1st and 10 by Georgia State. Or by Oregon, excuse me. Mariota drops back to pass, delivers on a nice sideline catch, and a great play by Addison to make sure his foot was in bounds. 1st and 10 here. Oregon hands off to Marshall. Marshall making a few people miss, getting into a little open space right there for a 13-yard gain. 1st and 10 again, Oregon looking to the sideline for the call. Fakes the handoff to Marshall. Mariota's going to take it, makes a safety miss, and finally gets brought down. Gain of 25 at the Georgia State 10-yard line. Mariota drops back on another first down here. It's Addison. Addison has been coming up with these great sideline catches here. 2nd and 5, Oregon from Georgia State's 5-yard line. Mariota fakes the handoff. Mariota takes it himself. Oh, and gets tackled just shy of the end zone. Bet he wishes he could have that touchdown. 3rd and inches. Mariota drops back. Oh, and Georgia State's defense does not let him go anywhere as he tried to roll out to the right, but there was no space to go. Parker Cothran on the tackle. 4th down. Oregon's going to settle for the field goal here. And the field goal is up and is good. Oregon takes a 17-point lead, 27-10 Oregon. 1 minute, 16 seconds left in the third. Oregon kicks off to Georgia State. Bush, Demario Bush is back in the backfield. He gets the ball. He takes off to the right. Oh, he makes someone miss. He gets a good block. The 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. He could go. Touchdown. And a new NCAA record at that. 105-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by the freshman Demario Bush, who breaks Wilson's record, which was set in the first season of the Dynasty. A great, great return right there, and one that Georgia State desperately needed. And after the extra point, the score is now 27-17. Oregon still has the lead with a 10-point difference here. Lutz kicks off. Carrington back to receive. Oh, not Carrington, sorry, Marshall. Marshall takes a knee in the end zone right there. 1st and 10, Oregon. Drops back to pass, quick pass, but no one open as Georgia State put the pressure on. That's a nice way to force that. 2nd and 10. Mariota drops back, throws off to the left. He finds Kelly, who was open. And after a gain of 8 yards, that'll make it 3rd and 2. Oregon looking to the sideline for the call. 3rd and 2, Mariota. Oh, Bayless in motion. Mariota fakes the handoff and gets walloped by the safety coming up to make a play. 4th and 4. Oregon to punt.
Is waiting for the snap.
3rd quarter winding down. Demario Bush back to receive it. He gets the ball, makes a little spin move off to the left side. He outruns the defenders, hits a little move inside, runs over a defender, makes 2 more people miss and gets into the end zone. But wait a minute, personal foul. Oh no, that penalty is going to come back. That run is going to come back. It was such a great play too, but unfortunately that play will not count. Georgia State just goes into the end of the 3rd quarter still down by 10. It's been a great game here. What's going to happen in this 4th quarter? 1st down, Georgia State has the ball. Fullback in motion, hands off to Brewer. Brewer off the left side, gets a few blocks. Gets another block downfield, the 40, the 30, the 20. And I don't think he's going to be caught as he gets in for a Georgia State touchdown. That makes this game very close as Georgia State is climbing their way back in. That kick was almost blocked. Wow. 27-24, Oregon still maintains the lead. But now we have ourselves a ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. Marshall back to receive the kickoff, takes a knee in the end zone. As we can see, Oregon is still dominating on yards and 1st downs, but Georgia State has been staying in this game. Mariota back to pass, and that pass goes and hits, I guess, a lineman in the back of the head. No one open on the play, though. 2nd and 10, Mariota drops back, throws across the middle to Stanford, who makes a nice little catch in traffic, too. Dwayne Stanford, 17-yard reception. 1st and 10, Mariota looking to the sideline. Drops back to pass. Finds his receiver, Pharaoh Brown, for a nice little 4-yard reception. 2nd and 6. Mariota drops back. Finds Stanford again. Stanford coming up huge on this drive here. 5-yard reception. 3rd and 1. Mariota fakes the handoff, runs the option read. Gets the 1st down, but gets knocked back. And, oh, my goodness, I guess his forward momentum when he started to run forward again resulted in him getting a 1-yard loss in that play, making it 4th and 2 when it would have been a 1st down. Huge, huge stop for Georgia State. Oregon to punt. Demario Bush back to receive. Takes the punt. Gets a block. Does a nice little run around, but only a 14-yard gain, which is still pretty good. 1st down and 10, Georgia State. McCrary hands off to Brewer. Brewer catches a few blocks, but only gets a gain of about 4 yards running off the left side there. 2nd and 6, time winding down in the 4th. McCrary hands off to Brewer. Brewer tries to find the hole in the middle, but he is stopped after a gain of only 1. 3rd and 5, McCrary drops back. Quick pass to Willer, Sebastian Willer, making the first down catch right there, 18-yard reception. Nice play by Georgia State, 2 minutes, 50 seconds and counting. McCrary hands off to Brewer. Brewer finds a little space off the right side, a gain of 6 yards. That clock is really moving fast. McCrary hands off to Brewer. Brewer finding more space off the right side, but runs into a pile of white jerseys, but that's after a gain of 3 yards. 3rd and 1, McCrary hands off to Brewer. Brewer gets stopped for a gain of 0 yards. 4th and 1, Georgia State going for it. Hands off to the fullback Rucker, who gets a gain of 6 yards and makes it a first down. A minute and a half left or so in the game. And this gets interesting here. Technip motion. McCrary hands off to Brewer. Brewer off the left side. And he gains about 4 yards right there. 1 minute, just over 1 minute left. McCrary drops back to pass on 2nd and 6. Finds Brewer wide open across the middle. 1st and goal. That gets him to about the 2-yard line or so. A reception of 31 yards. Great play by McCrary to Brewer. Brewer really stepped up right there with that catch. 1st and goal, 20-something seconds left in the game. And who? None other than Demario Bush runs it in for the touchdown. That gives Georgia State the lead going into this last 22 seconds of the game. What kind of game do we have here? Georgia State, who was down 27-10 at one point, has climbed back into this thing. And not only that, but now taking the lead 31-27 after an extra point. 22 seconds left to go. Lutz on the kickoff. Kicks it deep. Carrington fields it, but he just takes a knee in the end zone. Marcus Mariota, 146 yards on the game, comes out with 22 seconds left to go and 3 timeouts. Mariota drops back to pass on the first down play, finds Stanford wide open on the left side, and he makes it out of bounds. 17 seconds left to go as Oregon gets the ball to about the 42-yard line or so. Mariota drops back on another first down. Finds Addison across the middle, who makes a nice little run, but he didn't get out of bounds. Timeout by Oregon. 12 seconds left. Mariota drops back. Finds Marshall this time. Marshall gets a first down. 8 seconds left. They call another timeout. And they are now in Georgia State's 29-yard line. Mariota gets the ball. 1st and 10 here. Passes deep. Oh, and Eddie Rogers, a young player for Georgia State who's been doing a great job this year, makes a stop. Mariota drops back again. 3, 2, 1, no time left. Almost caught, but broken up at the last second, and Georgia State holds on for a nice victory. Well, thank you for watching this game. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked my commentary, let me know. It's my first time trying it. And feel free to like and subscribe below. Thank you very much, and stay tuned for the next game.
That's going to do it for this presentation of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk Herbstreit, this is Brad Nessler saying goodbye.